1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey everybody, Mrs. Charles here, and I have the honor of teaching English 10 and Avid 9 at Fallbrook High School. This week in English class, we are studying the California Learning Standard W1B. Let's look at what it says.
Develop claims and counterclaims fairly, supplying evidence for each while pointing out the strengths and limitations of both in a manner that anticipates the audience's knowledge level and concerns.
To help us understand claims and counterclaims, here's a clip from an old band called Talking Heads. This song is about cities.
Think of London, a small city, dark in the daytime. People sleep in the daytime. If they want to. I'm checking them out. I've got it figured out. We got good points, some bad points. It all works out. You know I'm a little freaked out. I find a city, find myself a city to live in. Help me, find a city, find myself a city to live in.
In the song, the speaker is trying to figure out where he's going to live.
Whenever he thinks of a city, London, England, or El Paso, Texas, he thinks of things both good and bad about each place.
So if you back up and think of it like a paper, if you said the following statement, if I could live anywhere in the world, I would choose the city of London, that would be a thesis statement.
A thesis is a big idea you are going to prove in a paper.
And any good points about London would be evidence to support a claim.
Claims are smaller ideas about London that help to support your big idea, your thesis, that it's a great place to live.
Any bad points about London would serve as your counterclaims.
A counterclaim would be an idea about London that would work against your big idea, your thesis, that London would be a great place to live.
So why do you need claims and counterclaims in a paper?
Just like the song, all things in life have good points and bad points.
And just like in real life, you look at good points and bad points on a topic, and you ultimately have to make a decision.
So let's have some fun and pick a place to live based on evidence. We have selected 3 locations, but we aren't telling you what they are until the end.
We will present you with data, evidence about all 3.
We'll create a claim or counterclaim, a good point or a bad point, based on the data.
And then you'll use those claims and counterclaims to ultimately decide the city in which you would prefer to live. Are you ready?
Our first graph looks at the average temperature of your 3 mystery locations in December. Make a claim or counterclaim based on the evidence for each mystery city, like it is too cold for me or the weather is perfect.
Did you make a claim or counterclaim for each? If you like snow sports, like skiing, you may have liked claim B. If you like warmer weather, you may have picked both A and C. One answer may look like this. My counterclaim. Location B is not great because it is too cold. My evidence, for example, the average temperature there in December is a chilly 25 degrees.
Our next chart looks at people in prison. Remember, this is evidence. The good points and the bad points. The claim you make about it is up to you.
I don't know about you, but location B was looking pretty good with only 50 people in prison. Here's what I wrote. My claim. Location B is perfect for me because it is a safe city. My evidence. For example, they only have 50 people in prison for every 100,000 people.
So far in our example, we have one claim, a good point, and one counterclaim, a bad point, about location B.
Our last chart looks at average monthly income in each city, along with average cost per month of an apartment, along with the extra money you would have each month for other expenses, like food, a car, a phone, date night. Again, look for your evidence and make a claim, a good point, or a counterclaim, a bad point.
This one was very interesting. I was ready to pick B, but then I realized I can double my money if I live in A. I said the following. My counterclaim. Location B is not great for me because I can make more money living somewhere else. My evidence, for example, studies show I will make $2,000 a month in location B, but I can double my money if I lived in a different city like location A.
Okay, now you've looked at all your claims and counterclaims about your three cities. Now it's time for you to decide which city will you choose, location A, B, or C. Keep in mind, you should pick the city which has the greatest number of claims, good points, as opposed to counterclaims, bad points.
Did you choose? Okay, write it down as a sentence. This would be your thesis. It might sound something like this. Thesis. If I could live anywhere, I would choose the city of location B. Go ahead and write.
But let's put some names to those locations. Are you ready?
Location A is the only city in America. It is the city of Atlanta, Georgia.
Location B is far, far away. It's a city called Oslo in a country called Norway. And it's cold there, so bring your skis.
Location C is a city you see a lot in the news because it's been the location for many modern-day battles. It is the city of Baghdad, Iraq, our oldest city, almost 1,300 years old.
I'm looking forward to hearing the cities you ended up choosing. We hope you enjoyed the exercise and that helps you better understand the differences between a thesis, a claim, a counterclaim, and evidence.
This upcoming week, we will work on building these elements into our writing. Get ready to research!